Because if I'm 20 and I don't know, naturally, I'm not inclined towards something and making it big, and I'm not forced by my internal source of motivation or external source of motivation anyway, or my family pressure. If I'm not forced to do certain thing, I should have the ability to experiment multiple things. I should not put this jacket on my head and be like, hey, this is my purpose and I'm going to change the world in this way. It's okay. Maybe I want to be a teacher, so let me try teaching, and it might turn out that it's not my purpose. Maybe I want to be a DJ, let me do that. Maybe I want to be a singer, let me do that. I mean, it can be anything. If you are forcing yourself to think about these questions from day one, that I need to figure out my purpose, then I think sometimes it can be bad as well. It can be detrimental, because internally you're not strong enough. You have not developed your personality enough that you can actually analyze between influence and the real source of inspiration. So you're forcing yourself to do something. And to me, that's a worse situation than actually not having a purpose. So what do you think about that?
I agree with what you're saying, because it can be restrictive. If somebody says, I need to figure out my purpose before I do anything, then that's not what we're advocating. What we are saying, though, is if you know who you are and you know what you want, you have a higher probability of achieving it, right? If you know who you are. So we say, it's, and here's the studies, if you look at value system, you are more likely to be disciplined, organized, and motivated in areas that align with your primary values.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of people in their own admission have problems with motivation and discipline and organization. Why is that? Because they've pursued a path that is not in alignment with their purpose and values, right? So it's not a necessity, but it's all about efficiency. I mean, you and I are entrepreneurs, right? Why? You want to be as efficient as possible. We understand that the world is not perfect, life is not perfect. But if you have a slightly more efficient path to achieving that success that you've dreamt about, then it's worth at least considering, right?
God.
It doesn't have to be forced. I mean, absolutely, I don't think that people should just sit there at home going, well, I don't know what my purpose is, I shouldn't do anything. A lot of the times, the way you figure out your purpose is through experimentation.
Yeah.
But it pays to kind of reflect on, as a child, what was unique about you? As a child, what were the things where you were involved in certain activities, you lost all concept of time and space? What are the things that you absolutely love talking about? What are the things where nobody has to push you? You naturally want to do them. What are the things where you have a natural inclination to do research? I think these are great questions to reflect on. And I certainly believe that if you choose a career path or an occupation that is in alignment with your purpose and values, you are likely to succeed more, because it's not going to feel like a chore. You're not going to feel like it's forced. And you're going to start to find joy in your work.
So there are two tests that I do